Welcome to Beyond Your Radio's Keep It Dark. Tonight and every other Thursday, we will explore the doom and gloom, the murky, swampy, and even scary, the psychologically challenging edges of melody, industrial, and metal, the underbelly of sinister vocals, instrumental insanities that range from dark ambient to dark cabaret and dark core, from gothic and southern gothic rock to hardcore, black metal, doom, and the genres, moments, bands, and artists and places in sound between. I assure you this is not for the faint of ear. I make no promises to where it will lead us or you. I can only be your bleak audio guide through the macabre of the music multiverse for this brief time. If it's your choice at the end, whether you keep it dark or not. Tonight, I thought we'd start off with something that has breath of space, time. An artist that thrives in the dark. An area of expertise that he has is probably unparalleled in ambient and atmospheric structure. He has constructed music that is listed in some of the most dark and disturbing album listens of all time. He has collaborated with famous film score maestro Christopher Young, as well as partnered with the Melvins, and he's even had industrial evolutionary artists in his whim, like Throbbing Gristle, and as a member of the noise rock post-industrial band SPK. So why this kind of music? For authors like myself, in writing, it leaves a very menacing, provocative, and dark, fulfilling background from which to put oneself. I suppose it's better than becoming inebriated by some drug or alcohol. There's also a sense of dark spirit, which some might feel tranquility in, or you might just want to have an ambient gothic or special experience, well, not special, but spatial experience within a bar or a club that you might own or you might be in. The music here has cavernous feelings, and in some cases, even deep space, horror, and sometimes the vibe of like the game Silent Hill when you played that as a younger gamer, not the newer versions of stuff, but just think of the background music that would repeat, but this does not, and it becomes more, and it fills more of the space. The music choices, the decisions when enough is enough, it's hard to find and define that. Where the person adds a violin, a chant, or a recording in another interesting mechanism that's at play. Very interesting in that spatial awareness. How do you come to that? While the origination began with the industrial art of music, this individual has played for 40 years and more in the dark ambient and atmospheric vastness. And I'm stunned and perplexed at the longevity, the impressiveness of it. Despite the length of some of the projects, the listens are very intense, engaging, and do have a change of background that is a little bit more than you've had in other ambient experiences. Brian Williams, Welsh. He utilizes synthesizer. He's got keyboard, computer programming, and audio recordings from all kinds of odd pieces. Real locations that have that cavernous sound. Caves, of course, cell blocks, cells, graves, I think there's even mentions of Slaughterhouse. I mean, I didn't catch that in anything that I was listening to, but it's completely and utterly intense sound design and film score composer. He even used the Atari computer to really home in his masterpiece in the late 80s. I think it was 89, Heresy. His musical sound design has reached areas of familiar soundtracks like The Crow, as well as the recent 2020s, The Empty Man, which was with Christopher Young. However, he is truly known as l-ord since 1980. But you're wondering, why l-ord? As this first one, why would I choose to start here? Well, you kind of think it's simple, but you know damn dark well that it isn't. It's much, much more than that. You hear the influences and those that were influenced by. And then there's this one band, probably a band that has taken this to an entirely progressive place that knows this man more than well. That would be Tool. That's right. l-ord has contributed to the DVD remixes of Schism, as well as Parabola, as well as the magnificent Fear Inoculum. He has also worked with Maynard James Keenan on the side project Pucifer and the Blood and Wine remixes. I'm not exactly sure how a live performance translates, and I don't believe the music world would make this for like a traveling experience kind of record, but except if it was a brief, scary Halloween evening ride in the middle of the forest of nowhere, or maybe if you somehow were an astronaut in the deep, dark reaches of space. Brian Williams, the dark ambient maestro from Heresy to The Empty Man, as his surname, Lust Murder. Yeah, I know. It's l-ord. That translation is just too dark, isn't it? Thank you for taking this journey of sound with me. We will see you again in 2 weeks for more from the dark side of music. We are on the web at beyondyourradio.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, of course, articles, videos, a podcast coming soon. It's all about albums, bands, artists, anything we can get our hands on. Go Beyond Your Radio with us, a real music appreciation channel. Thanks for watching and happy listening.